Okay, we are going to discuss about few of the important terms, and these particular terms are very helpful when you're analyzing any kind of aviation sector. And I'll start with the most important thing, which is the black box. So, give me a couple of minutes. I'll retrieve some applications. I'll talk about. See, I'm not going to the data set where I'm talking about how and when the black box was introduced, because folks can go online and look into that data set. What is important here is to understand how a black box pattern application has been written, what has been done in the landscape, and particularly what is important here right now is the pattern for which we got a grant, and the patent is granted both by the Indian Patent Office, uh, UK IPO, that is United Kingdom. The patent is already filed before USPTO, so it's very, very clear that it is protected under the copyright law also. Now, what happens is patent is just, although it is said, there's a concept called as apposita. Apposita is a person's skill in the art should be able to replicate the invention. In most of the cases, if the innovator is intelligent enough, the inventor will never disclose the details, but at the same point of time, they will try to mitigate the risk and try to get the patent. So that is one aspect which has to be seen and understood. So I'll just retrieve few of the applications for the black box, and that can be utilized for the current case, and that can be a landmark in itself to understand what needs to be done in the real time so that this kind of situation or scenario doesn't repeat in near future. But saying that, it is very, very important that now what has happened is the air traffic or the air travel, because Air India for the longest time, I don't know how many people understand that concept or the memorandum of understanding, because Air India itself was one of the oldest carriage, and they had the MOU or something into the perpetuity whereby the route taken to travel from one destination to the other was the shortest, and that is one reason you would see that air travel, if particularly you're breaking it up from Europe to India, from any of the places, because I remember coming from Milan to India, so it was, I think, 7.5, 8 hours journey. So which is a very normal journey. I mean, in Delhi, if you have to go to the NCRs, it takes almost accounted unaccounted 1.5 or 2 hours. And if you're in Bangalore, God only help. I remember when I went to Bangalore, oh my gosh, my session was scheduled for the morning. By the time I reached, it was afternoon, and then I just said, I need to have my lunch, and I woke up early in the morning, and it was same day flight. So that was a tough call. Anyhow, so we will be discussing about the black box and the details of the patent applications in a while. So stay tuned. Okay, I was able to retrieve a number of pattern applications, but this one is um, something I would like to discuss by itself. So let's see deep dive into this and what actually happened. So I've given the numbers. Firstly, I'll walk you through what is black box. Okay, for people who don't understand black box in the aviation sector. So basically, it's a recorder, and it is for the safety purpose. Particularly, it is evolving, and advanced technologies are being utilized. It is said that IBM, Google are venturing out in the aviation domain, have filed patents related to the black box technologies. However, they are leveraging their strengths in AI. If I do the SWOT analysis, AI and big data, and these companies are focusing on intelligent data analysis processing technologies for black boxes, driving the integration of black box technology with modern blah blah blah. Okay, research institution and universities are active, blah blah blah. Okay, aviation equipment manufacturer Honeywell. Okay, this is important. We have Honeywell and we have Rockwell Collins, which is now part of Collins Aerospace. Look into this. This is one aspect. Then the other one, they are supposed to have a lot of. Okay, let me just find out this. Honeywell, we all know about. I mean, the share prices are good. What's the time? 303. Okay, United Technologies, Colin Aerospace, Aerospace Redefined. Who are we? Accept recommended settings. Who are we? I'll go in the leadership link. Troy Brunk, President. Ajay Mahajan, Advanced Structures. Okay. I have never seen them at the ITU event. Okay. I am sharing this data for ITU. So this has been provided. Next is I was looking at this patent. Okay. So this is basically a HCL patent system for transmitting aircraft data to ground stations via one or more communication channel. This has been written by some Indian drafter. Who is the drafter in this case? HCL Technologies, blah blah blah. Not impressive drafting. The framework is very weak. Okay, if I look into the patent, I'll just analyze the claims first. And honestly, this is not even a patent. Um, Let me do the analysis. Hmm. Okay. It's 305. Where's the device? I mean, it's very clear when these companies are not coming for the IT workshop, even for the aviation stuff we are doing. I think then it becomes difficult for people to understand how important it is to be part of the working groups just to understand what is right, what is wrong. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Okay, they are mentioning. I'll do the detailed analysis in a while. I'm just trying. Okay, what are the data sources? Now it is very important for any of these AIs to work from where they are fetching the data. Data fetching or data retrieval is two different concepts, and data understanding is another concept altogether, or understanding in terms of the relationships. If I go to, just give me a moment. Okay, so we have something here. So its source is on um, high priority aircraft network of system. Okay, external communication monitoring system. There are so many system in a system. Okay, aircraft transponder. Then we have turbine NOS. NOS basically network of system. Seat based NOS, passenger NOS. Uh huh. That means passenger details or their whatever they are talking is being recorded. Strange. So GDPR is not in compliance. In flight entertainment, security NOS, that is again network of system, cargo monitoring NOS, electrical subsystem, and temperature monitoring NOS. NOS is just nothing but network of system. Okay. Now we have this indicates a pattern covers a wide range of aircraft systems and components, enabling comprehensive data collection to meet diverse ground station monitoring and management needs. So it becomes very important if you are in a flight. I mean, your data, like even if you're talking to someone, is being recorded because when I was at these missions, it was very very clear to us that you will be meeting the players, and you have to just be very neutral and have the conversations, but don't get into detail. That being said, this is done. What else did they file exactly? The priority information of data is determined by comparing the data with predefined data pattern, which is wrong. I mean, it's very difficult where and how you are actually defining the stuff. I mean, let the experts do this. So this is one pattern which I feel needs detailed analysis. uh, as far as the pattern goes, nothing much in depth. It's just a hallucinated data set in terms of the pattern data. So if I just go okay, just writing artificial intelligence doesn't make the pattern artificial intelligent. Abandoned, obviously. Okay, so it was assignment was in 2017, 2019 was abandoned due to failure to respond to an office action. Of course, there's no weightage in this application. So it was filed in India. I'll mention the Indian patent number. You can look into. Okay, when you search, okay, when you do the search, don't use iron. This is the Indian patent application number. 2017 is the year in which it was filed. This is done. Next is mm, who will even mention this? Find prior arts. Why should I find prior arts? Okay, let's see similar patterns, if any. Okay, Honeywell had filed. So James Collins himself has filed a couple of them in 2014, 2016, 2013, 2016, 2017. It is showing by relevance. Let me see the newest one. Miniatured airborne collision avoidance system and method, filed in 2025. Okay, these are all okay. I'm mentioning it here. This is all Chinese stuff. So China is way ahead in the tech part, even for the aviation industry, hands down. Aha, I like this one. This is basically a low altitude emergency control and monitoring system based on 5G plus. C band obviously is with China. Nobody can take that. What exactly they are doing? I'll just do the analysis. Rest, I have the data set. Probably, I think I have some submissions. I'll do it as a submission format. That will be a better way of just integrating everything. And I think this is enough for the basic analysis of the black box stuff from the point of view. If any particular question needs to be answered in terms of understanding the black box code, if you give me the code, I'll be able to facilitate. And I need the data parameters of the people who are traveling, not what is being shown on the television. If any particular question needs to be answered, so we can do that also. So this 5G one, okay. I mean, without the VPNs, these tech won't work. So we are good for now. Let me do the submissions. I think this is good enough data set. Thank you for watching out the video. Have a great day ahead.